Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's that time once again. Another Comic Chat review. This time it will be Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. Let's go.
Here we go.
I don't know why my mic's mute, but let's try it again. Thank you for coming. This is going to be a review. I'm going to start off non-spoiler, then I'm going to jump to a spoiler. So if you don't want to hear about the movie, don't want me to spoil it, then I'm going to encourage you, but I will let you know when I'm going to switch into full spoiler mode. But it's been a long time since I've done a review. But I'm going to go ahead and try to do this one for you. Like I said earlier, I am not a Godzilla fan, but I am, however, a King Kong fan. Ever since I saw Skull Island, and ever since I saw the one that was made, I think in the '90s, I've always been a fan of King Kong, and this did not disappoint. I want to appreciate the ones that come by. I got 3 people watching now. There's Tony Brown is one of them, the man with the plan. What's up? Glad you stopped by. Let's see. One of the first things that I always ask myself when I go to a theater or when I walk out of a theater is, did I feel like I wasted my money? For this movie, it's going to be yes and no. I took my 2 grandsons. One is 10, one is 7. One of them was like, Grandpa, what time it is? What time it is? Time to go. Other one, I used the bathroom 3 or 4 times. So anyway, won't be taking them anytime soon for anything like this, because I was trying to watch the movie, was still trying to take care of them and answer all these questions. But anyway, for them, I wasted $50 to get in there with the food, everything else. But for me, myself, I did not feel like I wasted money because I enjoyed the movie. Is the movie fantastic? I'm going to go ahead and start earlier. I'm going to rank it from 1 being crap, 10 being awesome. I'm going to give this a 7, 6.57. 6.57. It needs some work on some things, but without spoiling anything, to me it started off really slow. Probably the first 30, 40 minutes. Well, let me change that. It started off with Kong. He was in kind of a dilemma, and but he was able to get out like Kong always does. But then that didn't last too long. Maybe the first 3 or 4 minutes of the movie. Then it became really slow, really slow. I guess it was trying to build up to the story and put things in place. And so basically right now is this is directly after King Kong and Godzilla has defeated Mecha Godzilla. They defeated Mecha Godzilla. They teamed up, worked together. But this time, this movie starts off where they're in their own separate places. Of course, Godzilla is here on Earth with us in this part of Earth, and he's doing his thing, and then Kong is in, like they call it, I think, Middle Earth or something, Middle Earth or Half Earth or something they call it. Anyway, he's like inside the planet, and what Kong is doing, he's going throughout that planet, the Middle Earth, and trying to find others of his kind. He's been searching. They didn't give us an exact time frame, but I'm going to say at least weeks and months. He's been searching, trying to see if there are any more apes like him. So basically, this movie is in three parts, three different stories going at the same time. It kind of reminded me of the Marvels, and I'll tell you how it reminded me. There was Miss Marvel, then it was Captain Marvel, then it was Monica Rambeau. So it was three different characters in this. That's the only comparison. But there were no another comparison is that to me, Miss Marvel stole the scene. Miss Marvel made the movie. She was better than Captain Marvel, and she was better than Monica Rambeau. She was like the glue that held it together. In this same movie, it was the human aspect of it, Godzilla aspect of it, and Kong aspect of it. Kong aspect of the story was much better. It was the glue that held the movie together. It was the only thing I was really truly interested in and invested in. Um, they really didn't need the humans, and they really didn't need Godzilla to tell you the truth. But I guess since Godzilla's a bigger franchise than Kong, they put him in there. There were some cool things Godzilla did, one or two things, but most of my attention was directly on Kong. The story that they gave Kong what he was doing was just a whole lot better. As you see in the preview, he does find a little. I'm not spoiling anything because this is in the trailer, and if you watch the commercials and the trailers, there was another ape, a smaller version of Kong, and he and Kong first start off as enemies, but then um, at the end, he really helped out Kong. They became good friends. One thing I really like about Kong, they gave Kong a whole lot of swag. I mean, Kong had the shoulder walking down through the jungle, man, just chilling, and some of his expressions, man, and like when he walk into place, man, he ain't man. You bound down to Kong, he walk with that swag and that confidence. Like man, if you mess with me, it's gonna be it. And Kong was real. I'm telling you, the Kong story to me saved the movie. If they didn't have it with Kong, I would have been like, I just wasted my money. But like I said, if you're a fan of Kong, then you're really gonna enjoy this movie. If you're a fan of Godzilla, I guess you may. Then they had several other of those uh, the Titans or whatever they call all these big monsters. I don't like on keep up with it. Kaiju, whatever you want to call them. They showed one I ain't never seen. One was kind of like the opposite of Kong. I mean, the opposite of Godzilla. Godzilla had the radioactive and was hot. This other one was like cold, and he shoot out cold beams and stuff. Then there was Mamatha, if you're familiar with that one. Then there was another one. There was two more other ones. There was a snake in the world, like the snake thing in the world where Kong lived at, and then in the upper earth where we live at, there was just one. It was underwater, like a cobra snake or something. But basically, this story is about an old ancient tribe of uh of Kong's, I guess um his ancestors, and they had this one leader, and they call him the Scar King, a King Scar or something like that, and he attacked. He was evil more or less, and then he was put into a prison, and it's been his life's mission to try to escape Middle Earth where Kong was at. But he held the other apes like Kong, like his slaves and stuff. He treated them really bad and all kind of crazy stuff. But um, I'm trying not to spoil it, but I'm gonna have to spoil it to really tell you how it is. I don't want to do it, but if you don't want to hear how the movie is, then I'm about to go to spoiler mode because there's a lot of stuff I can explain better if I spoil it. Okay, basically, this is a full spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, then it's time for you to jump off. But basically, um, the story of Kong, Godzilla, and the humans. And basically, um, whenever there's an evil kaiju or whatever, or some kind of threat, Godzilla can sense it. And so, in this particular movie, Godzilla was charging himself up with radioactivity. He went to some part of the world and he knocked over, I think it was Russia, went inside his nuclear plant, and then he absorbed all of the nuclear radiation. He just like inhale it. And when he inhale it, he glowed and turned different colors and all kind of stuff. What's up, Guy Scar? And then he swam in the water once he absorbed all that radiation. And he went to another part of the world and he attacked this other kaiju that was living somewhere close to the magnetic borders or something in the world. And that magnetic, whatever the magnetic fields would charge that particular kaiju up. But Kong was able to, man, just like kill that sucker. Then he went inside that kaiju's lair and kind of went to a cocoon. And while he was in that cocoon, he was just absorbing radiation. He absorbed so much that it changed his whole molecular structure and stuff. And he went from like being blue or green, whatever. He went to this bright pink red looking version of himself. And I guess he could sense that this evil was, or this different kaiju he never dealt with, or a past enemy he dealt with was coming back. So he was charging himself up and making sure that he was strong enough. So when they did finally reveal themselves, he was able to do it. Well, while all this is going, there's a part in the movie that I really like. All right. Um, Kong finds a different part of that middle world that he's never found before. And that's when he saw the little monkey, the version of him, a little smaller version. Then it was about 4, 5, 6 other monkeys try to attack him, and Kong just kick all their butts, man, with ease. Um, One tried to kill Kong, and Kong kind of threw him over the edge, but he caught him before he dropped, and then he picked him back up. And then this fool tried to kill Kong again, and next thing you know, man, Kong kicks him down the chasm and kills him. Um, Kong should be a quarterback because this one gorilla ape was running, man, and Kong took this rock, left-handed, man. He threw that sucker like Michael Vick, and man hit that sucker right in the head. Boop! Man, I mean, perfect, accurate throw. And then one part was funny too, man. He took one of the monkeys, man, and he just used him like a whip. He was whipping the other monkeys, hitting them. And I don't know what kind of dexterity these monkeys got, man, but they could take a lot of punishment. But Kong pretty much grabbed the little monkey, and made a little monkey take him to where he came from. Well, by the way, while they were going there, the little monkey I think tried to trick Kong, and he knew there was something dangerous lurking in this big lake. And so they went in the lake to drink water and cool off and stuff. And he got Kong in a position that he had his back to the lake. Man, this big gigantic snake lizard thing came out, man, like 2,000 fangs in the mouth. And man, it like it was giving Kong a way to go. And then they kind of pan away from it. And the next thing you know, man, Kong had that axe thing. Man, he threw the axe because the little ape was running away because he thought that thing was gonna kill Kong. And the axe blocked the ape's way. And next thing you know, man, when the axe fall, the lizard, that snake lizard that we thought had killed Kong was giving Kong a fight. Man, Kong done cut the snake head off, man, and had like 2 or 3 of the snake bodies like for a snack. And next thing you know, man, Kong sitting down chilling, and he eating the snake he just killed. And the little boy and the little ape wanted some too, and so Kong gave the ape some food, and then the ape kind of started liking and befriended Kong. But then Kong goes to this underground thing. But while they showing Kong's story, they're showing the other two storylines simultaneously. They're showing like what Godzilla's doing, and then the humans, their aspect of it. They didn't show too much of the humans. It wasn't too human driven, but the way they work together, because like the story was telling us what Kong was going. We saw what Kong was doing and going through, and we saw Godzilla preparing himself, but we never knew why. But the human aspect of it would show you why, because they went to this room. They had like the hieroglyphics and stuff, and so the woman scientist, she was able to read it. And it did a backstory to show that many millennia ago, I don't know how many years ago, um, the apes were pretty much were the protectors of humanity, and Godzilla had to fight this great evil ape, and it almost killed Godzilla, but Godzilla was able to trap him down there in the middle of Earth. We call it a different part of Earth. Some deep, it's deep down there, and Godzilla trapped him down there. And they were, but one of the head gorilla or the head ape was named Scar King, and he had this other kaiju that could breathe ice. Like Godzilla breathed fire, this thing breathed ice, and he could control it with some kind of spike or something, crystal or something, and that's how he kept it under control. And whenever he couldn't beat something, he'd always call out that spike thing. But the gorilla now, he wasn't no he was just as big as Kong for his height and stature, but he like an orangutan, and Kong like a gorilla, and he was much faster than Kong, but for strength wise and I guess fighting skill, Kong would get the best of him. But he had that thing breathe something on Kong's hand. It was frostbitten, and he was injured, and that's why you see in the commercials they have that gauntlet. They call it some kind of thing, the power or something, but it gave Kong like electrical powers, strength, um, and he really needed it because they had Kong beat down for a minute. But once they put that gauntlet on him, and the gauntlet had medicine in it, and they injected him with that medicine, it was able to get him back healthy, and he did his thing. And then what was really funny too is they gave Kong such a lot of human attributes and emotions, and because he went back to Earth to try to get Godzilla to help us, man. Godzilla's acting all fool and attacking him and stuff. But the human aspect of it is that little girl that was in the last one that could read sign language for Kong, she was some kind of special tribe member, and she was the only one that could reawaken Mon Mothma, who was another kaiju. And Mon Mothma had all kind of special powers and stuff too. So Mon Mothma was able to go up to Earth and convince Godzilla and Kong to join forces. When they came back down the middle of Earth, them two, man, they wrecked some shop. Now, of course, like I said, that snow thing, that snow cat, that turtle, it was like a freeze turtle. Wherever it walked, it turned stuff cold and stuff. But it was like the opposite of Kong. Kong breathed the radiation. It was radioactive and hot. It was cold, and it was a match for Godzilla, and so was the ape. But then once the ape lost his pop, his that crystal thing, and then Godzilla and Kong started working together, they were able to defeat the ape, the evil ape. But like I said, it's not the best one I've seen. I like Skull Island better, but if I got to rank it from one being crap, 10 being fantastic, I give it a 6.5, 7 at the top end, but no, not higher than a 7. Like I said, I didn't feel like I wasted my money. If you are a Godzilla and Kong, especially if you're a Kong fan, this is definitely a movie you need to check out. It was really good. The Kong aspect of it. Like I said, it's three stories going simultaneously. The human aspect of it, the Godzilla aspect of it, and Kong. And Kong definitely stole the show to me, and he saved us. He saved the movie from being a complete flop. Um, what was cool too is Godzilla in between fighting, he would go to this arena, and he's sleeping in the arena. And then I guess whenever danger comes, whatever he can sense and wakes up. Spoiler King said it was a 7.5. Is this Brian or Brian the Grizzly? Who am I speaking to? Which one of y'all are the Spoiler Kings? It was a 7.5 for me. I gave it a 7. 6.5 to 7. Nothing higher than that. Chillmonger says, so it's not another human fest. No, the humans wasn't this prevalent in there, and they didn't overuse them like they did in the past. There was a little bit of comedy with the black guy, the black scientist. But other than that, it wasn't. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, like I said, if you are a Kong fan, you will love this movie. because and they had Kong, man, a lot of swag. So he had his axe on his shoulder, man, chilling, eating a snake, eating snake, chilling. Um, when, when he and what was really cool about this, man, it reminded me of Predator. There was one part where like Kong was running from the other evil apes, and he had booby traps. I don't know why how he did this or when they didn't show this, but he had booby traps. So when he would run past something, he'd hit something, and the rocks or something would come and hit one, and then he build a pit with spikes in it. He was able to jump over that, and the other apes they fall into it. And then he had this one thing. He had a tripwire. So I don't know what made Kong put all that up there, man, but it reminded me of Predator. Like when Arnold Schwarzenegger built all that stuff for the Predator, it was shades of Predator. And they the first two traps got them, but the third one they kind of figured out that tripwire. But just before they was about to get Kong, the little small baby Kong tripped the thing and saved Kong. So it's definitely a character development, I guess, as much as it can be for animal or ape, whatever you want to call Kong. But the relationship he built with him and the little Kong was cool. And I don't know whether they're gonna do another one. See how Kong does as now being a new ruler of the ape world, or whatever. Because there's several apes. I mean, it's like a whole kingdom of them. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be the king. And I'm glad he found other people because I don't know who's gonna be the next Kong once he dies or whatever. But now he's probably gonna be King Kong for real and be the king of those apes. But definitely it was a fun movie. Like I said, I went with my two grandsons. Maybe I don't know if kids like this or not, and I'm not sure if this is gonna be a kid friendly movie because I said I had a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they were fidgety and at one of them was, "What time you gonna leave? What time you gonna leave?" I told you before I came it's gonna be an hour and 55 minutes. So why you rush me? When you see the credits, then that's when the movie's over. So don't know if kids gonna like this. My two grandsons didn't like it, but I liked it. I'm not sure whether I would go see it again. Maybe I would. Definitely not with kids, but maybe with a group of adults, friends that liked it. I'll probably go check it out. Would I go again by myself? Probably not. But just definitely check it out if you like I said, if you're a fan of the Godzilla King Kong franchise, go check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because no one seems to be asking any questions. But I want to just appreciate and shout out everyone to my appreciate them stopping by. Tony Brown, you said we in the house. You said your sound is off. Yeah, I realized it was. Then Guy Scar came in. What's up? Chipmunk stopped by. I definitely appreciate it. Spoiler King stopped by. Anzo, my main man, he stopped by. Yeah. Chill says a wrestling fan fighting can be kid friendly. Yeah, it can. I mean, kids love wrestling, but I don't know if they're gonna like this. Like I said, I had a 10 and 7-year-old and they were fidgety the whole time and asking questions, not about the movie. Just we're gonna leave. Da, 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 da. And then my youngest grandson was like, how many previews they gonna show? There's about 7 or 8 previews. So it was a mistake taking them because this is just ain't their cup of tea. But like I said, I give this movie a 6.5 to a 7, not higher than a 7 in my book. I'm not sure how it's going to do at the box office. I don't know. Maybe over in Japan because they're big fans of Godzilla over there. But to me, Godzilla wasn't as prevalent as Kong. Kong definitely stole the show. So hopefully it'll do well. Hopefully it will do well. I've been on 24 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. But definitely give this a like and go check it out for yourself. You may see something that I didn't see. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see it again. See review on Sunday. Maybe not Sunday because I'll be on vacation, but I gave a review a 10 out of 10. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Sunday. Will I be here? No, I won't be here Sunday. But tune in to Storms Live where you can see Robert. I'm pretty sure he's gonna review it. Guy Scar should be watching if I'm thinking, and DJ. So, and but having said that, I definitely appreciate it. And I hope you have a good night, man. Have a happy a happy Easter. Happy Easter. Um, I'm definitely gonna enjoy my Easter. I'll be going out of town probably till Thursday or Friday morning. So until then, take it easy and y'all have a good night.